Alright, so I just got done listening to the test footage that I did between the Rode Video Micro and the Fifine Technology Lavalier Mic indoors, and I think that the Fifine Technology Lavalier Mic actually sounds better than the Rode Video Micro. So I'm outside and I'm actually going to do a real world test out here in nature. You could hear maybe there's a little bit more crickets in this direction. This is a directional mic, so that's going to pick that up. I'm going to head to the front yard and do a few tests by traffic and see how directional it is in that way. But yeah, I think I'm actually going to start using the Fifine Lavalier mic as my go-to mic over this Rode Video Micro. The one thing that I also did not like that you might be picking up on is that the cord that connects to this Rode Video Micro and has to go through the GoPro 3.5mm jack is bouncing up and down, and when I was vlogging on our last cruise, I actually noticed that that sound was resonating in the footage like this. You can probably hear that a lot more pronounced right now, but I'm in the front yard now, so we'll see if we can get some cars coming by soon. Oh, look at that, there's no cars going by. I'll wait till some cars go by, and then I'll actually do a directional towards traffic and then away from traffic, and we can do a comparison. Alright, so here comes a car by right now. I'm going to talk while the car is going by, and we'll see how much of my voice that actually picks up. Alright, so now we have some other vehicles driving by, and I have the microphone direction facing towards me, so we'll see how much of this microphone actually picks up of the noise that is occurring behind it. Alright, those should give us some pretty good tests. Now I'm going to switch this out, grab the Fifine Lavalier mic, and we'll see how that does compared to this Rode Video Micro. Alright, so I went ahead, I got the Fifine Lavalier microphone attached now. There's crickets over here behind me. Direction shouldn't really matter as much on this microphone because it's actually facing up towards my voice. I also want to do a quick test after I get done here testing by the road with the traffic and see how far away I can get since this is wireless before I actually start losing connection and you can no longer hear me. I'm going to go ahead to the front of the house now and we'll do a quick test with the lavalier mic and the traffic. Alright, so there's a car coming by right now. Direction probably shouldn't matter as much with this car either, even though the traffic is behind the camera right now. Now I'm going to turn around, and there's actually a car coming right here, and we'll see if that matters at all with the traffic facing towards the camera. I guess it really matters if my body is facing away from the camera or not. Might guard against a little bit more of that road noise. That was a pretty good test. We should be able to tell which microphone did better right there. Now I'm going to go back here again. I'm going to set the camera down and I'm going to just start walking away and talking and see how far the wireless range is on this Fifine Lavalier mic. Alright, I'm going to set the camera down real quick and we're going to do this wireless distance test. How far the range is actually on this Fifine Lavalier mic. Hopefully you can still hear me. This is probably about 50 feet. I wouldn't imagine that this would actually need to be this far away someone to use this, but this is probably going on 75 feet away from the receiver transmitter that I have in my hand. Now that we're back in the house, I just want to do another quick test. It wasn't windy outside today, but I do want to see how these handle in the wind a little bit more. This microphone doesn't have really a dead cat on it, just kind of a foam sock. So I'm going to just blow on it and we'll see how good it does in the wind. Alright, now I'm going to switch over to the Rode Video Micro that does have a dead cat and we'll see how that sounds. Alright, I got the Rode Video Micro back on here. Does have a dead cat on it, so I do think it will do a little bit better in the wind. However, the lavalier mic is a lot closer to where your voice is coming out of your mouth, so it might actually do a little bit better because of the proximity distance. So I'm just going to blow into the dead cat and we'll see how it does. Alright, I'm guessing that sounds better than the lavalier mic, but I think I will still use the lavalier mic over the Rode Video Micro. I'm going to go edit this video, put them side by side, do a comparison, and then we'll see what the end result is. Alright, so I did just get done editing the comparison between the Rode Video Micro and the Fifine Lavalier mic. I'm not sure which one I like more. I think they both have their upsides and their downsides. I think the Rode Video Micro is a little bit more fuller sound. However, I do think that the Fifine technology, if you're indoors, might be a little bit better, especially if you're walking. You won't hear this bouncing up and down noise since it's pinned right here. But I do think the Rode Video Micro also sounded better outside than the Fifine technology. I think if I do mount this GoPro 3.5mm jack that they make you buy to the camera so it's not bouncing all over the place, that might eliminate the noise that's coming from that. The distance on the range of the Fifine technology lavalier mic was pretty good. I reached about 50 to 75 feet, and even then you could still hear the sound just starts trailing off. After about 50 feet, it sounds like the sound was reduced by about a half or maybe a quarter of the volume. So if you're fine with about 50 feet distance, then that's perfectly fine. I'm sure you could get a little bit more distance if you actually point the antennas towards each other, but that should be good for most people. I'm going to be using both of these mics in my videos. I will leave the ones in the description down below of which ones I'm using at the time of filming. They both have their upsides and downsides, like I said, so depending on the environment that I'm filming in, I will switch between both of these mics. Thanks for watching my video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching, and make sure you hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video. Also make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next videos I will be posting, and leave your questions, comments, and suggestions below.